Alrighty, chat. Thanks for sticking around. Do appreciate y'all being here. Happy Tuesday to everybody. Hope everybody's having a good day. Reminder: I'm out of here in like 2 hours. Gotta run. Gotta do stuff. So yeah. But anyway, let's get back to it. Hello.
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 So I was just on my way past. I was looking out the back window of the house here. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to need that tedder and a hay rake and maybe a baler for my backyard later. It's not good. It's not good at all. It's really bad, okay? Scoot, we should probably get ourselves another rotary hoe, huh? If I had to guess.
You're the boss, I just work here.
Another one wouldn't be a bad idea, though, would it?
No, not at all.
All right. It's so convenient. This tractor's at the shop, but not for that reason. But that's okay. We can arrange it. Now, if I just... There we go. It's like if I just knew where they were. Did we go with the cheap one, or did we get something bigger? You know, there was one on sale earlier, and I'd looked at it, and I was like, we don't need that.
I would say go with what we have so we can save money and buy fuel for it.
True. All right. Yeah, we're almost going to call the farmer from down the road. It's like all out to seed and everything. Like, and it hasn't, well, it's been probably like 2 full weeks in a day or 2 since we, no, tomorrow would be 2 full weeks, I guess. Maybe that's what it is. Something like that. Either way, it hasn't been that long, but we've had so much rain here, and like it's just going.
Yeah, that's the way our other farm is. You can pretty much bale it.
Nice. The one where your uncle lives?
Where he's gonna be moving to eventually.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah, it's a bit gnarly out there right now, so. But the good thing is it's sunny. 64 degrees, so a little chilly out there, a little cooler than I'd like to see it, but it's sunny, so the ground should be drying up a little bit today. I mean, either way, stuff's getting cut tonight. So that's all there is.
Which way are you pointing your discharge when you do this?
Into Mr. Wonderful's yard.
Good idea.
I'll mow everything at least 2 times, if not 3 times on this mow. It's going to be so bad. So, back and forth and yonder a few times. Yeah. So, it'll work. It'll be fine. Or something.
My mower's still getting worked on again.
What's wrong with it now?
We think we found the oil leak.
Yeah, it's the rear something seal. Some gasket.
It's the drain, we think, possibly.
Interesting. Well, they're notorious for the sump gasket.
If we replaced that one last year, I think.
No. Shoot it all into Mr. Wonderful's yard. You know, Mr. Wonderful put up a white vinyl fence between his yard and our yard. I could just plaster my side of his vinyl fence with grass tonight. If I wanted to. Although I'm surprised, you know, that white vinyl, it gets like mildewy or moldy or whatever, kind of nasty. And he hasn't pressure washed it. It looks terrible. I'm surprised he hasn't, like, you know, been out there with the pressure washer getting it cleaned up.
Should call and complain.
I should. Yeah, my neighbor's fence. I'll have my sister narc on him. She loves to narc on that stuff around town, so that would be funny.
Give her something to do.
Yeah, she is a professional narc apparently, so. White fence, now green one. Well, what I'll do is I'll just take the sprinkler out and water like a little bit just along the fence, you know? so that those grass clippings are nice and wet, and just plaster them right on his fence. I wouldn't do that, for the record. Maybe in a video game, but not in real life. I'll think about it though. So, yeah, for those that are new here, I have a neighbor who's one of those neighbors that, like, you know, his well, just say his sewage doesn't stink. He's that kind of neighbor, you know. So we call him Mr. Wonderful, Mr. Perfect, Tom Petty, because he's very petty. He has lots of names around here, so. Like, he came out and yelled at my brother one time for parking like a foot over the property line. I don't know why you park there all the time. Yeah, so. It's like, first off, it's a public street. Second off, you don't own the public street, you know? So.
That is a really interesting weed pattern on Field 8, by the way.
I noticed that on the map, yeah. There's some weird ones out there. For the record, we are family friendly around here, but I did appreciate your comment, yes. That comment was good. I liked it. Yeah, he just, yeah. But yet, like, at Christmas time, he walks his granddaughter through my Christmas display, like, in the yard. Although he didn't last year, probably because he came over one day when we were putting Christmas lights out. And he saw me putting the security camera out in my Christmas display. And he's like, oh, what's that for? And I'm like, you know, to keep an eye on everything. And my dad's a legend. He was there and he goes, yeah, it has great footage on that camera from last year when you and your granddaughter were walking through the display. He never came back.
That's a W right there.
Yeah, W dad, right? After that, he never came back through our display. So I guess it worked, you know? So I thought that was quite funny. So good for Pops, you know, call him out, right? You might as well. Somebody needs to. The man's out of control, so might as well call him out. And it worked though, so that's all that really matters. But yeah. So kind of funny if you ask me, but yeah. And actually, I haven't spoken to him, I don't think, since that day. Yeah, I don't talk to him. He doesn't talk to me. He talks to Dad, but I won't. I want nothing to do with the guy, personally. And I knew he was going to be trouble as soon as he bought the place. He bought the house out of foreclosure, which, whatever. It was a rundown, like, real junky house because it had been in foreclosure for a while and sat empty, and it had all kinds of problems. And the guys that owned it before did not take care of the house at all. And I don't live in a nice neighborhood. I live in a very middle class, typical, like, you know, St. Louis suburb. And he came in and he added, at first he was buying the house to rent it. He was going to be a landlord. And apparently his wife, quote unquote, fell in love with the neighborhood. It's like, great. And so they ended up adding 14 feet to the back of the house with a full basement under it. But wait, it's not just a basement. It's an extra deep basement so that he can swing his golf clubs in the winter. In the basement. Yeah, they dug a basement extra deep. So when you're in the old part of the house, you have to go down a couple steps to get to the new basement. Because he wanted a taller basement so he could swing his golf clubs, you know. And they moved from a country club into my neighborhood, which is hilarious if you know my neighborhood. It's not a country club at all. Well, after you've been here, so.
Yeah. Well,
not a country club at all.
Nah.
Shrubbery that gets run over by semis. I mean, come on.
I don't know who would do that.
But,
Shrubbery?
Yeah, exactly. And so then they took one car garage and they tore that off the house. And they made it a 2-car garage, 2 cars wide, and it's 2 cars deep. So it's a 4-car garage. but he didn't like how sloped the driveway was. And keep in mind, like, it was not that, it wasn't like a 45 or anything. It was sloped, but it wasn't too bad. So they actually lowered the garage because he wanted a flat driveway, or as flat as possible. It has a little slope to it now, but yeah, he had to lower the garage. So, you know, yeah, this dude, I'd hate to think, I mean, he was a contractor, so he did most of the work on the house himself, but the stupid stuff they put in that house just because they have money, it's just wild. So, and Buddy owns a house down at Lake of the Ozarks in Missouri, but he can never go to the lake because the lake is quote unquote too busy. So he owns a lake house that he goes to maybe twice a year. And he has a fishing boat down at the lake, and then he has a bigger boat here that he takes out on the Mississippi River sometimes. And he has some like wave runner sea-doo things. I don't know, it's just a...
So who mows his grass there if he doesn't go there that often?
I assume he pays somebody. I'm sure it doesn't get cut 3 times a week like his grass here does. Actually, he should be mowing today because I'm pretty sure he cut Sunday, so he should be mowing at some point today. I haven't heard him yet, so I'm sure he'll fire it up later. But yeah, he mows his grass like every other day. He's just... Oh yeah, no, yeah. Every other day he mows his grass all summer. Yep. Yeah, the whole backyard drains into my yard. Yep. Yep. There's just a lot of things. Yeah, CD, pretty much. There's just a lot of things. Like, this neighborhood was a lot calmer before he moved in. So, yeah. Yeah, his backyard sits up a couple feet, maybe 2 feet higher than mine, so it all slopes this way. And then, you know, he added that 14 feet of roof over his, you know, expansion. There's one downspout pointing directly up the side of, or like into my backyard, so it all drains into my backyard, which will occasionally flood in the basement. So never happened before he, you know, added on. So it's just whatever. I'd like for him to go away, but yeah. Against the law to drain. It could be. I don't know why he didn't put his downspouts underground. I mean, there's plenty of fall in the front yard to like bury them and then have them come out of the ground in the front yard. So I don't know why. I don't know why he didn't do that. He had that yard so tore up like 10 times. Yeah, I don't know. He used to, when he first moved in, because he has a pool in the backyard too. Salt water, of course, you know, only the best. When he first moved in, he actually paid a company to come out and put a palm tree up. So he would buy a palm tree in the spring. And, you know, we live in St. Louis, so it can't survive the winters, right? So the palm tree would die every year. And he would have a company come out every spring and replace the palm tree with a new one. And it was like $800 or $1,000 every spring. So that he could have a stupid, you know, 15-foot tall palm tree in his backyard. So, you know, it's, yeah. Seems legit, you know, just, yeah, this guy's a piece of work. Yeah.
So it seems like he could buy us tickets to the baseball game.
He could buy a lot, yeah. Considered a private nuisance. Gotcha. So one of these days, I'm going to have to build a seawall out here. To divert the water to the street. Because I don't really... we have 2 options. We can either divert the water towards the street, or we can divert the water, like, towards the back of the yard. which then my whole yard kind of slopes a little bit towards my buddy Casey's house. So if I just divert the water away from my house, it's just going to run into Casey's basement. So I don't really want to do that to him, you know? I rather divert the water out to the street and then it's gone and we don't have to worry about it. So, I don't know. One of these days, something's going to happen. I've thought about like putting a shed in my backyard and then making a sidewalk that goes out to it, but the sidewalk sticks out of the ground like 6 inches so that it's like a seawall and a sidewalk all at the same time. Or doing like some landscaping or something, you know, to build a wall. I've thought about it. I don't know. But yeah. You finished the farming intro. Got the farm from Peepaw. We have an emote for that. Congrats on that, though. That's good. Here, we got the Peepaw emote. There you go. There he is. Oh, man. I don't know why I started calling him Peepaw. So, that's what we named him around here. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. At my paw. Oh goodness. Yeah. See, the worst part is now too. Him and his wife are both retired. They're like late 50s and both retired. And now they have grandkids. And so, like, he is so annoying when he's out playing with the grandkids and stuff. It's like, God, shut up. But anyway. It's a whole thing. Yeah, you gotta figure out what to do. Gramps should kind of tell you about the tractor and stuff, doesn't he? Tell you to go, like, cultivate a field? I believe cultivate and harvest, I think, is what they have you do. I could be wrong on that, but something like that, I believe. All right, fill this guy up real quick. Cool. We might have to send this tractor to the shop, actually. That is empty, isn't it? Oh, dang. All right. Out of the shop. Yo, buddy, what kind of... Got a power shift in here, right? I'll need to be hitting the clutch. Oh, man. He did the harvesting and cultivating. I got you, okay. You're on your own. You and your farm. Nice. Well, if you're playing with seasons on... you have to kind of see what type or time of year it is. And what you can do are contracts. Yeah, okay. In your escape menu, contracts are a great way to learn the game. You'll get to learn what you like to do, what you don't like to do really fast. Or what to do. It's a really good way to learn the game, though. For sure. Buy an exit first. So August. This is the regular crop calendar, right? I think so. So August, you could like plant canola if you wanted to, or that's pretty much it. So yeah. But definitely check out the crop or the contracts. It's a good way to learn. Hello, Speedy. What's going on, man? Happen. But yeah, so we're doing some weeding right now, and I was gonna start our fertilizer back up, but we are out of fertilizer here at the farm, so we'll send the guy to the shop to get some more. We don't have bulk tanks right now, so yeah. Check contracts. Awesome. Make sure when you take a contract, you borrow the equipment, because chances are you're not going to have your own equipment for a while. I mean, you have some stuff, but borrowing equipment's a good way to go at first. For sure. But yeah. Chilling, watching. Let's go. So there's a couple of different ways to multiplayer in this game. There's what's called self-hosted. Yeah, self-hosted would be you go into multiplayer and create a multiplayer game, so people are joining your farm. But you have to be online for people to join that, right? Or you can get a dedicated server. You can rent a server from a company. You pay them, you know, whatever dollars per month, and you set your server up on there. You set your save up on their website, and then you join the server, and then your buddies can join the server any time of day. And then the third way is if you have a second computer, and you have to get a second copy of Farm Sim, unfortunately. But you can run your own server off of a different machine, which is actually what I do. I have a computer that sits down in my basement and runs all of our game servers for us. So we're playing on that server right now. So yeah, Wolfie, what's going on, man? How you doing today? So there's 3 different ways to do multiplayer in this game. If you're just occasionally going to have friends join, just start your own game and, you know, have them join you. Or join them, whatever, yeah. So Farm Sim, unfortunately, is like the only game ever that I know of that actually makes you buy another copy to run your server. Most games don't make you do that, which is really nice of most games, not Farm Sim. But yeah. Buddy make it to the shop yet? Is that Buddy? That's Buddy. Oh. The heck did that truck just run over out in front of my house? Sounded odd. Alright. Let's buy a couple bags of fertilizer. Just a couple. Nothing too crazy today. Thanks for the follow and the raid. And the bit. Welcome in. What's going on? I grabbed that fertilizer bag way over there. Okay. It's kind of far away. I'm here for it. Alright, we'll get this filled up. We'll send it back to the farm. I'm actually going to send it out by the field so we can just have that there. Move that back to the rotary hoe. Keep that going back and forth so we get that job done. Actually, I probably should just hire the rotary hoe. And then I'll run the fertilizer for a while. Yeah, we'll let that guy do his job. All right. Fuel hauler, yes I do. Yep, they make you buy everything. They make you buy it all twice, which is very unfortunate compared to how most games work, so. Although I don't know about DLCs with other games, because I don't think I have any, like, other game servers that require or run, that have DLC on them. So yeah, thanks for the follow. Welcome in. What's poppin'? Like Satisfactory, you just download files, Rust, and Minecraft too. You just download these files and run it. Basically, you have a server right after that. It's pretty simple. It's a little more involved than that, but if I can figure it out, literally anybody else can. So, but yeah, Giants, they make you buy the cash. So what I have is I have a second Steam account that basically is just logged in on the server PC, and then when I bought the game on there, I bought the season pass. So I just have the season pass for that too. So yeah, kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. Alright, let's get this back to the yard. Our 18,500 liters of fertilizer. Heck yeah, dog. But yeah, from what I gather, Giants is they're like the only ones that make you do that. So, kind of funny in a way. Kind of annoying in a way. And actually, I said this the other day too, but I didn't realize at the time, but I had ambitions to set up a Satisfactory server and a Rust server. And so at the time, I didn't know that you didn't have to download or purchase a copy of the game. So technically my other Steam account owns like Farm Sim 22, 25, Rust, and Satisfactory. Which of course Rust and Satisfactory. By the time I learned actually that you don't need the games, it was too late to return them, so it's whatever. Can I give them? Is there a way to like give those away on Steam? Like transfer the game key to somebody else? That'd be interesting. Because literally they're just sitting there. I'm not using them at all, obviously. But that's okay. Speaking of Satisfactory, I wonder when they're going to have their 1.1. Like actual release.
I've heard.
I have to fire up and make some more nuclear waste stream. Oh, man. Probably be a few updates on that server, that's all I know. Has not been running for a while.
It went to experimental on 1st of April.
Okay. Who knows?
They had 3 updates for the experimental build.
Oh, wow. Interesting. Let's get this back, get some fertilizer going. Weeding is happening by two times. Oh, Scoot, you got the rest of the fields done, didn't you?
Yep. Just gonna
Oh,
help finish that last one.
Oh, Scoot's over here just better battering, huh? All right. Well, Buddy's in 2, so I don't exactly know where he's going, but he's there somewhere. Get this fertilizing done. We'll be harvesting here in a little bit. Heck yeah. Right. I need to sell bales too, y'all. And I'm not doing that until I get the other auto load going. Because it's annoying me. I think that's the final answer. And I guess we're going to have to plant a field of grass or buy a field soon. We're about out of grass for the, what you call it? Sheep. Google a 25% chance of accuracy. Thank you, Phil Holler, for the Google.
How long will it be before we sell after we finish time and harvest?
Sell what?
Whatever we're gonna harvest off of this.
Well, the corn will go right to the dryer. The bean, and then that won't get sold until June next year. Same thing with the beans, I believe. So it'll be a little while. As soon as I get that other autoload script, all these silage bales can go, or most of them. Might keep a few.
Well, I was gonna say we could buy field 4 and harvest that and turn that into grass.
Yeah. We don't need a ton of grass right now, so that would be perfect. To be honest, yeah. Where do you find the TeamSpeak info? That would be in our Discord in the TeamSpeak channel in there. You betcha. Does Alma have a feta factory? I don't think so. Okay, what actually needs to be done on this field, and should I just do it myself? I probably should, because it's only that little bit. Okay, I was gonna hire because I don't know where, but we'll do it. I can't wait for Precision on Thursday. It'll fill it in on the map, so when you pull into your field with a fertilizer, you'll be able to see what's fertilized. I can't wait, man. It's gonna be like the best thing ever. This constantly having to look at the map thing is for the birds, man. Just saying. Awful. Cannot wait. So, Sean, Precision, from what I've gathered, Precision should work. The only thing is that it won't be like a custom Alma like soil map. It'll be like if we load up either, well, whatever map this was based on, whatever map they inputted that from, imported, it won't work. But, or it'll work the same as like other maps, if that makes sense. So say it's Riverbend, like this soil map and Riverbend will match, but it should still work, is what I've gathered. So
That'd be correct.
yeah. But eventually Alma should have, well, and it doesn't have to, but hopefully eventually Alma will have an update that will make a custom soil map for Alma. Right?
That's if the author does it, yeah.
If he wants to. He doesn't have to. So, but that's the way I understand it. And yes, Obelix, I did say that word. It means nothing like it means in your language, in ours, okay? It's a type of cheese here, all right? Oh, God. Boy, this spreader likes to bully this tractor when it's, like, fairly full. For the record. That's okay, because this field's done. And this is soybeans, so this should be the last time we have to fertilize soybeans, y'all. I'm so excited. Can't wait for Precision, honestly. I just really hope it works when it comes out. And it's not like, you know, broken like, well, everything else they do. I shouldn't have high hopes, right? Keep my expectations low.
That way you're never disappointed.
That's right. That's right. You're freezing. You're using a plow, but you're not crashing. So your game's like jittering, stuttering. I would try turning your graphic settings down. This game is kind of intense. If you crank things up, I'm running most of my stuff cranked up, and my 3090 runs like 95% plus most of the time, to be honest. So you can, yeah, it'll run hardware up pretty aggressive. So I don't know what you have in your computer, but yeah, I would recommend turning your graphics down if see if that
Yeah,
helps.
CPU is 72.
What?
Talk about your CPU.
GPU.
Oh, it's 36%.
Your GPU?
Yeah, my GPU is.
You got your stuff cranked up?
Uh-huh.
You might just have your frame gen on, huh?
No.
I turned that off because of the ghosting. Well, I'm also, what, are you in 1080p or are you in like 2K?
2K.
And your video card's only running that much?
I think so.
It's kind of weird. Interesting. Shaders and beers, yeah.
Did not mean to take a screenshot.
A couple of my draw distances are not turned all the way up, I think, but everything else is like is on ultra custom. The custom is the beacon reflectivity, I believe. I mean, it depends. Like right now, 68% GPU. My processor's running at 17%. So like it's all GPU in Farm Sim. But like the other day when it rains or snows, it's like 99% GPU the whole time. So there's a reason I keep my AC cranked up while playing Farm Sim.
Yeah, I gotta have my fan on.
I'll say mostly because the computer makes it hot in here. So, yeah.
Yeah, I just checked mine. Mine was on custom.
Yeah.
Even though it should have been like very high or ultra.
Yeah, Joe. Actually, you know what? I might have changed some of mine. Since yeah, mine says custom as well. But you can see things are set to like very high, ultra, very high. Ugh, medium. Ugh.
I forgot we could do that.
I know. Yeah, I forget that I added that.
I just saved a clip. I because I was so used to doing that.
You don't see the TeamSpeak channel in Discord? Do you see general? Do you see the general channel? Because it's two below that. It's general food, then TeamSpeak info. And then the welcome, and then the jokes. Yeah, you probably had something like collapsed, which is, it happens. All right. So this field, and then 8, and then we're done with this. The weeds look done. Sweet. Very nice. All right. Yeah, speaking of TeamSpeak, everybody's welcome to join. The info can be found in our Discord. You know, we don't really hang out in Discord or anything like that. We do, sometimes we'll like stream each other our screens, and you'll see us in Discord, but that doesn't mean we're talking in Discord. If we're talking anywhere, it's TeamSpeak. We always hang out in TeamSpeak. But everybody's welcome to join, and that's how you get on any servers that I have. Farm Sim, Rust, well, when we play Rust, Minecraft, any of the stuff. For the most part. Some servers, I will say, I do kind of handpick. That would be like Satisfactory. We definitely handpick that one. But yeah, what, Trent?
I'm on a very high.
Very high. Okay.
Ultra. For some reason, I thought I was on ultra, but then I kind of remember when I go in ultra, my computer goes to 7. 7 frames.
7 frames, eh?
Then you go to very high, and then it's 40.
What video card are you on these days?
The 4060.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. I forgot. That's right. Your other one kind of
38, it kind of bit the dust.
smoked it. You were on that 1660 before, right?
Yeah, 1660 to a 3080 Ti to a 4060.
Oh, I forgot you had a 3080 in there too.
Yeah, the 3080 was the second one.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Someday I'll have a 50 series. Or maybe a 60. I'm going to hold out. I'm going to wait as long as I can. To be honest. I grossly overpaid for my 3090, so I have to use that card for many years. I don't have a choice. If I would have just been, I was doing like the, what is the Newegg shuffle or whatever they call it, basically Newegg's like lottery for video cards. I was doing that back in the day. Yeah. And then I found one and I just was impatient, so. You can't increase any more settings than 25. Dang. In fairness, you did just build a smoking PC, so. I imagine like James is probably cranked up too. I don't know if James plays in 1080 or higher. Because that jump from 1080 to even 2K, that is a huge jump in like what you need to run that. And then 4K, I can't imagine. I don't run 4K. I can't imagine that. Yeah, got to be insane.
Yeah, that's probably also why my computer runs so.
Well, you got
so
45
rough.
monitors you're trying to run too. Right?
234s and 220s.
Yeah. Them wide 34s take a lot to run. Are they 34s? Is that what yours are?
34-inch ultra wide curve.
Then what are the ones I have?
Why you complain a lot when try to capture my screen is.
Well, yeah, because you're awkward in Discord. Yeah, because you're ultra. I knew you were ultra wide. 34-ish. I'm going to have to look up and see what mine are. Because I think you have the ones that are like, they're different than the ones I have.
They don't think they make mine anymore.
I don't think they make mine either. Oh, they're constantly changing stuff. Oh, I gotta file a claim on that, don't I? I ordered this rain gauge from Amazon, and it's supposed to be like a piece that sticks in the ground with like this metal rod coming up. And then there's supposed to be like a threaded metal rod and then another threaded part that goes to the part that holds the rain gauge. The metal rod in the center, which is supposed to be threaded on each end, wasn't in the box. And you can clearly tell how the box was kind of mangled a little bit, and this threaded rod would have just fell out of the box, and that's totally what happened, so. It's kind of sad. I just remembered I have to file a claim on that. Or I guess try to do a return or something, although I'd rather not. I'd rather not mess with a return, to be honest. I can just rig something up from the farm, probably. But that's okay. Go out of there. Wrong buttons. Problem is, I have no idea. When did I order this stuff? Oh, man. Trying to go back through your Amazon history. I'll tell you. Can I come to a pass on your yard with this? Sure. Absolutely. I need to fertilize my own yard. What are you talking about? I need to mow my yard. That's happening tonight, though. Thank goodness. My yard's like 9 feet tall right now. It's not that bad. And I have noticed that, like, tall grass does not... You can't take a picture of, like, tall grass. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work. Maybe if it's, like, really tall, like out to seed, you can see that. Or, like, you know, whatever. But my backyard is crazy. Our whole yard's crazy right now. It's not good, y'all. Not good at all. But we're going to fix that. And it'll look really good for, you know, 2 days. And then it's going to grow. Then start looking terrible again. So that's okay. Oh, by the way, I'm looking here. I just found it. What is this? December 23rd, 2023 is when I bought first time that battery backup for his computer that he's never used. I'm so happy I bought that for him. I really am. Makes me so happy that it's sitting in the box still.
Looks like Tomcat found a new thing for his place.
Uh-oh. Dare I ask?
It's in Discord.
Okay.
It looks weird.
Minecraft channel. A golem?
No?
Is there something
Yep.
in that video? I just see a video with a golem.
Look at the second thing.
Oh,
where it
what's that?
says-
What is that? I thought that was a tree at first. That's not a tree. I don't know what that is.
I don't know either, but apparently the iron golem can't do anything to it. Yeah, I don't know what that thing is.
It's a creaking. Whatever that is. Gives you resin. Alright. Interesting.
Where did you find it? Where did you find this thing?
You switch to a solar. Well, I could see doing that. That'd be cool. My brother has some kind of battery backup, and he got tired, or he was trying to find batteries for it once. And I guess he couldn't find what he wanted to, so he ended up going to Dad at the lawnmower shop. And he put like car batteries, truck batteries, and they're just like sitting there hooked up to this thing. I'm like, that sounds sketchy. So. Two deep cell marine batteries. I could see it doing that. That'd be awesome. I bet you my battery backups, I've had the things for so long. I bet you my batteries are junk. I thankfully haven't had a power outage situation in a long time. So I don't actually know. I should test them one of these days. I used to discharge them once in a while, like run them down and charge them back up, but I haven't done that for ever.
One nice thing about that new one I was telling you about.
Spawns at night in the Pale Garden, Trent.
Huh.
What's that?
Well, the like that new cyber power one, you can have it. I think even the one that you and me have, you can have it do like its own battery test.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Or at least that's what the new one says. But I think the old ones, or older ones, could probably do the same as well.
No, I gotcha. I've just never messed with them. Usually sealed lead acid. Yeah, yeah. Now the solar thing makes a lot of sense, yeah, and I know solar is not, I mean, you're not trying to power an entire house. So it's not too spendy. The thing about solar, at least here, I couldn't put a solar panel on the roof of the garage here or the house or anywhere without getting a building permit. Dude, I'm not doing that. So I don't think I could have enough solar to, yeah, I don't know. But I know I can't put something on the roof if I wanted to. Which that'd be sweet out here, because that'd be great to have. Actually, I kind of half looked into it when I was putting in my air conditioner that I have. Because I run a it's a 12 volt DC inverter style generator or air conditioner, mini split. And they actually sell one that can run on solar during the day, and then it runs on like shore power if you don't have enough power, or nighttime, right? And I almost bought that one, but yeah, for us to put, I don't know, you need like 6 panels or something on your roof. You had to have a building permit. So yeah. Press servers, gotcha. No, I get what you're saying. Yeah, use the solar for, yeah, UPS. I get that. No, that's cool. That's way cool.
And speaking of battery, I did see this on the newer book. I finally actually looked at it instead of like
You
the
read
older one.
the instructions?
No, I didn't really read it. Just had a little.
Oh, you looked at the pictures.
I looked at the picture, and then it finally like showed like you could actually take like the old battery out if needed.
Yeah.
Kind of thought it was a one and done kind of thing.
I gotcha.
Like for the whole system, yeah.
Put a stack of resin in the sorter. You spin the meter backwards, yeah. Yeah, I'd like to have some solar, and I'd love to have here's the ticket. About 355 days out of the year, there is wind at the farm. I would love to have some kind of wind power generation going on down there where we could spin the meter backwards. The problem is we only use about $25 to $35 of electricity a month at the farm. So like, it's not really, you'd have to, it's not really worth the investment, right? So yeah.
Yeah, but then the power company would actually give you a check.
Oh, regulation in Missouri won't let you do that. I didn't know that. So that's kind of lame-o. So you can't spin the meter backwards in Missouri, okay? Interesting. Very interesting, but that would be cool, though. So they can protect the lines. I gotcha. Yeah, I've always thought that'd be cool. Yeah, if you could make enough power to like feed the grid during the day and then use it during the night, it would be cool. But yeah,
That's what our solar panel does, is feed the grid.
you can, just not more than you consume in a month. Okay, I got it. Yeah. Trent has a big solar array that just feeds the grid, but you guys still have electric bill, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's gone down a little, but
I would assume it would help. Yeah.
yeah, knocked off like $100.
Nice. But see, that would be the way cool thing about the air conditioner thing here, right? So the air conditioner that I have, like, those solar panels plug right into the air conditioner, not to the grid at all. Right? So during the day when there's power, so it could actually use both powers. If there wasn't quite enough solar, kind of a cloudy day, it would supplement with shore power. Like, this thing was smart enough to do all that automatically. So cut your utility bill in half. Dang. That's nice. You have 39 panels. Oh my goodness. Golly whoop, that's crazy. That's awesome, man. But yeah, to put those panels up, they would building permit. And I don't know if you could get, you know, a bunch of old fuddy-duddies at a city to understand that, like, I'm not backfeeding the grid with this system, you know? Like, that's not what I'm doing. It's not being hooked to the shore power at all, so. Solar battery bank for the UPS. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's, yep. You can totally do that. I actually saw a guy that has the same air conditioner that I have. But he actually, so this guy, I saw it on YouTube. This guy had one for his garage. Okay. And next to his garage, he had his giant camper. His camper roof was covered in solar panels. So he actually had it rigged up where the air conditioner was running off of the solar from his camper. And during the day, he had enough coming in power-wise that he could charge the batteries of his camper. And then at night, it would run the air conditioner off the batteries of the camper. And then if he was out camping, well, you know, you're not at home and don't need air conditioning in your garage anyway. And I was like, bro, this is brilliant. So basically, he was running his mini split air conditioner completely for free. I mean, yeah, you got to pay for the investment of everything, but you're running it for nothing in that situation. I was like, that's so cool. But yeah, I was kind of nerding out a little bit. But realistically, the air conditioner I have, it doesn't cost that much to run. I think we spent $36 in all of July last year. So that's not bad. As much as I run it, you know, playing Farm Sim makes the computer very hot, so that thing's running. It runs pretty good, so I need to clean the filter on it one of these days. But I just haven't gotten to that. All right, so I think we are ready to fast time. Once I get this guy out of the field. Heck yeah. Yeah, no, he's, yeah, but, yeah, you still have your, investment, sure. But, like, you know, Buddy already had the camper that was already sitting there with solar panels on it. So, I mean, yeah, he bought an air conditioner, but after that, like, it's just sitting there running, you know? I was like, that's pretty sick. So, yeah. And, you know, no different when I talk about, like, yeah, my air conditioner ran for $36. Like, yeah, I'm not accounting for the cost of the unit. So, yeah. Because it wasn't cheap, the one that I have. But as long as the thing holds up for, you know, a few years at least, I would say it was worth it. Yeah, the old air conditioner that I had, I still technically have it. It's at the farm. I want to say that one was around $800, but I think I ran it out here for like 4 years or something, and it was kind of, it still works. It just, yeah. Find the RV. That's funny almost. Well, I mean, that technically probably, maybe not an RV, but like someday maybe I get an enclosed trailer that sits on the end of the house. And I could put solar on that a lot easier than putting solar on my house without going through the city and stuff, you know? I don't know. It'd be kind of sick though. It would be kind of sick. Just saying. Yours isn't that cheap, pretty efficient. Same. Oh man. Let's see. I forget what it was. It's measured on the CR2 scale. Line. It's like a 26 or something on the Seer 2. I think. I'd have to look it up. Something like that. It's pretty darn efficient. I'm really happy with my my air conditioner. A mini split. And that has been John talks about his air conditioner way too much. You're welcome, chat. Oh man. Thought the initial investment would be better. Yeah. Well, what I really find fascinating is using the solar to run like air conditioning, because when it's hot and sunny in the summer, that's when you need air conditioning. You know, like, and yeah, if you can invest in solar and save money long term, I mean, heck, why not? Why not? I mean, your roof is just sitting up there absorbing all that sun every day anyway, so hey. Or wherever, you know, why not? That's why I said like a wind generator at the farm would be awesome, because it's windy like 350 days out of the year there. Once you peak billing, gotcha. Works out bad for them, nice. But yeah, so I mean, it makes sense. If you can save some money, why not? Why not? All right. And, you know, going back to my air conditioner too, like the old one, which we run maybe a couple hours a week at the farm. It's in our shop now. It would draw basically on a day, a warmer day than today, but you know, I would have to run that thing on full settings, right? And that thing would draw like 1500 watts all day long. Did we sell all the grass? No, the grass we're feeding to our cows, our sheep, and our cows, sheep, and goats is what we're doing with the grass. But the old one, like I said, would draw like 1500 watts all day long. This new one draws all the way, like it was very variable consumption. So like, hold on, what's it at right now? And it's not running hard today because it's not hot out, but it's still running. It's drawing 439 watts right now. And it is 69 degrees in this room. Now, it's not hot outside today, so yeah. But even when it is hot, like it only can draw, the max it can consume is like 1200. And I think I've only seen that twice. Once on heat mode and once on AC mode. And the only time I've seen that on AC mode is the day we installed it. It was like 110 outside. And when we actually turned it on, it was like 120 or so in this room. And it cooled us down in like an hour, so have the windows open, nice. How did I haven't, my mini splits Wi-Fi enabled, yeah. I got an app for that, dog. Yep. It's actually really cool. If I want to get like real nerdy with it, it's really cool. So it'll show me like my watts and like how much I've see the orange bars. That's like today's usage. So the top, that's hour by hour today. So the top hour I consumed 0.46 of a kilowatt hour, which is, you know, about 400 watts. Unfortunately, it looks like a link. I can't see it. I just see stars. But give a meter in your box. Nice. One. I can't push any more of these bales with this. Or these pallets. No. Oh no, you're not supposed to spawn while I'm still in the thing. That doesn't work. Oh boy. Come on. But yeah, like everything these days, Wi-Fi enabled, so it's pretty cool. I like it. I like it quite a bit. Bro. The rain's falling down. Might be hail though. I can't get that other auto load fast enough, chat. Info like that, yeah. That's actually how I know how much money we spent last year, because it doesn't tell you how much money you're spending, but it tells you how many like kilowatts you're using. And so what I did is I basically just went through and added up the kilowatts, and then we went to our bill for July last year, and it tells you right on there how much per kilowatt hour you're getting charged, and then we figured out it was around $36 for July, which it was really hot here in July, so that's not bad. Not bad here at all. And I mean, the old system I actually used to run at night sometimes when it was going to be really hot, because if I didn't, I would get behind and it would like get hot in here by like 10 a.m. With this new one, I can turn it off, and I turn it on sometimes about 5 minutes before I come out here, and it's nice out here already. It doesn't take much time at all, so very happy with it compared to that old unit. Plus the old one didn't have Wi-Fi, so if I needed to adjust it, I had to like go outside. That's like, come on, that's just too much work. Obviously. Way too much work. But yeah, gotta love the Wi-Fi enabled device. And actually sometimes, like if we're at the farm on a Sunday and it's really hot or really cold even, I'll turn it on when we're on our way home, so that by the time we get here, it's nice in here. Because I don't leave it running all the time. If I'm not here, I don't see a point in letting it run too much. Or sometimes if I have to, I have to render a video or something, but I have to leave, I'll turn it to like 85. I did install it myself, yep. It's not a Mr. Cool. Mr. Cool likes to hype up that they're the only DIY mini split out there, but they're not. There is another company that sells fully DIY kits. They're already ready to go. They're fully charged. The lines come to you like sealed, and yeah, they're good to go. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. Welcome in. What's going on? What's poppin'? So yeah. Dragons and wolves. I bet you're a Game of Thrones fan, huh? Can I name it? I mean, I could. The website I got it from was Signature Solar, I believe. I actually saw an ad for it on TikTok, of all things. It wasn't an ad. It was somebody talking about how they got one. It wasn't an ad, though, yeah. But it was on TikTok, and I was like, is this legit? Because Buddy's like, yeah, it's the coolest thing. It's running on solar. And I was like, there's no way. There's no way. But it can. Going fishing. All right. Good luck to you. Hope you catch the biggest fish you ever caught. Or something like that. I don't know. I don't actually know the name of it offhand. I'd have to look it up myself. But I think the website was Signatures all over. I think. It's been almost a year since I really was deep diving on the thing and figuring it out. All right. All I know is we're going to have all the wool that we're going to have to sell Thursday. Assuming we can get that auto load trailer to work, or auto load script. I need some more too.
Yeah,
Well, hey,
I got a boatload of wool to sell as well.
Yeah. It happens. Definitely
The
happens.
subject trailer I got is full.
Okay.
That's 76 pallets.
Wow. That'd be a couple dollars.
Two high, two wide.
Wow. Should be a few dollars.
I think according to the time-saving stock check, it's about 152,000.
Wow.
If I sell it in May.
Alright. Fishing time. Really? That got full that fast, huh? Sorry. Scoot's just, you know, outstanding in his field.
Just hanging out.
I would fast time faster if the trailer wanted to work, but, you know. I can't really, I can't get the trailer to work anymore, so. I'm done messing with it. But you're more than welcome if you want to. Although it is at the shop, so.
Yeah, and I tried remember.
Alright, grab a couple of bales and go on with time. We're almost, like I said, we gotta make something happen with grass here soon. 30. Is there a contract on 30, Scoot? There's not right now.
Stand by.
No, there's not, is there? I don't even know what's planted in it. Here, we'll turn around so we can use our cruise control chat.
There isn't, but it's oats.
That would be a contract, wouldn't it, if it was a thing? Hit refresh a million times and see what happens. There are some, well, that's a terrible contract. Never mind. That's a terrible contract. Never mind. Say there are some good contracts, but no. There's not. Although Oats not that field.
No 39 for $8,000.
Oh wow. Not terrible. Not terrible. Alright, I guess we'll grab the last of these grass bales and then we just won't feed them anymore. No, the animals do not die in this game if you don't feed them. This game's rated E, and so that kind of stuff does not happen, no.
So this doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
So there is a contract on field 30, but I guess the oats have already been harvested because it's a $74,000 baling contract.
Oh. So it's gonna harvest them as soon as you take that contract, probably. Need a bale of storage? Yeah, we do, Jeff. We definitely do. Probably
could do.
Yeah, I think we're gonna fast time for our fields here.
Okay.
Jeff, I'm thinking like right here where I'm sitting, probably facing south, kind of like we had on last time we played Alma, you know. So we'll have to get to that too at some point.
Yeah, you said something about a bale storage.
It's a good idea, right?
I have 4 more rows of bales with the
Yeah.
cows.
Yeah.
Luckily, I found one that from a modder that's actually customize it.
Oh, you don't like the in-game one?
No.
Why?
Plus, you can hold 800 bales.
Oh, dang. Oh, that's a good idea too, Jeff. Place one right behind the sheep so you can just push the stuff right in it for that spawns the pallets. So I'd almost use that as more of a pallet spawn storage or a pallet storage and then have a separate bale storage. I think, didn't we have, yeah, we had 3 bale storages last time we played Alma, so never know.
Just in-game one.
What about it?
Would that be under silos?
I believe so, yeah.
Ooh. God, that thing only holds 250.
Dang, you got one that holds 800.
And it's only 10 grand instead of 50.
Does it hold pallets too, or no?
No, just bales.
How's the loan? We have 300,000 out still, so we're kind of like in a weird spot right now. We're shedding money, and yeah, it'll be okay. Our next real payday is probably not till like June. So, oh, you know what though? Wait, am I dumb? No, hold on. Don't answer that. Oh yeah, that's why we're out of money, because I forgot to sell the soybeans in June. Chat, we have 233,000 soybeans that I forgot to sell. That's why we're poor.
You could cheat and get 72 grand.
Whoopsie. Oh.
There's another stone picking contract.
Yeah. Have to have 100K in wrapped grass. I think it's more like probably 30 or 40K. We're playing on hard. So the wrapped bales really aren't worth as much as you think. But hopefully Thursday we'll be doing that, so.
Silage?
Yeah. Silage ain't worth nothing.
Yeah, granted, I only have 17,000 in the bunker. That's only worth 2 grand.
Look at our thing. It's like, wow, that's a big spike. It's $1. $1 difference.
For silage?
Yeah. It was 120 before, now it's 121. It's $1.
Yes.
All right.
No whammies.
We're gonna be rich, Scoot.
Yeah, my low price is 119. The high price is 123.
Yeah. Oh man.
Granted, it's not as severe as yours.
Yeah. Well, $1, man.
Like,
that's a big difference.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
I can buy like half a Kit Kat.
Shame on who for what? Oh, forget to sell the beans. It happens all the time.
Have you made or have you swapped out the goats for more sheep yet?
No, and I really want to, but I kind of don't have the money. You know what? Maybe we just sell them to get money. I'm kind of tired of getting the goat milk, honestly.
So the adult goats, and then you replace them with very, very young sheep, and then you don't have to worry about it. And plus you save money.
Sell.
Other menu. There you go.
Yeah, I got it, dog. It just took me a minute. We're making so much money. I am tired of the milk, and honestly, the goat milk's not really worth much. So, really, what we really need to do is we need to invest in a spinnery and the tailor shop that's in town. That would help us out a lot. Because then we would have, you know, a production. And obviously we're making wool like crazy. just with what we have. So
I don't think there is a spinnery. Could be wrong.
there is, I think there is a spinner. There's no tailor. Or
I
is
know
there a
there's
tailor shop
tailor
and a
shop.
spinnery? You're messing with me? Well, that's good. I would expect it, you know. We're pretty, I'm pretty, easygoing, laid back, so. Chat likes to poke fun. I'm definitely used to it. So, been doing this, it's not my first rodeo. It might be my second. Yeah. How dare you? Shame. Shame. We can sell the wool to the mint. Yeah. Yeah. Get right on that. It's okay, chat. What you can't see right now is I'm wearing a dunce cap under my, you know, Puma plow hat, okay? You just can't see it, you know? Have a good one. We'll catch you. All right. As soon as it stops raining, we are ready, Freddy. Oh, I was just about to ask you, Scoot, what do you want to harvest first?
I was just going with whatever was attached to the gleaner already.
He goes tearing out of here with the card head on. Well, okay, that answers that question. Look at this mess we have to clean up. Jeez, Luigi. Oh, Scoot, our fertilizer got wet, dog. Oopsie. Happens. All right, I'll grab the wagon
Hopefully
train.
It doesn't get lumpy.
It will, yeah. It's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a burn spot in the yard from the water that came through the trailer too. It happens, so it's fine. That looks like a good spot for that, right?
Right next to the random weight.
Well, that's the weight off that tractor. I reset that tractor earlier today because we were having problems. So. Look at all the shiny tires. Oh. Yeah, dog. Dude, this 8000 series, I'm kind of here for it.
Yeah, it was a good buy right there.
I like it. Yeah, I like it a lot. So the only problem with saying I want to get like grass is we don't have a baler currently. So we are going to have to make a few dollars before we can get into that. Plus a field.
Well, we'll have a lot of soybeans to sell next time.
That, you know what? That's true. We will indeed have a lot of soybeans to sell, yeah. All right. I got to remember I put the grain cart out back. Okay. I don't really remember where I put it, but it's out there. Buggity, buggity, buggity. Wow, tractor that was in the shed, dirty. All the ones that sat out, nice and clean. Imagine that. Huh. How convenient. When do we get hit with a suit from John Deere for working on our own equipment? Never. Wasn't that whole like repair thing really more about like the computer stuff and like the software? Wasn't that more of what they were on about more than like, you know, you can't replace an air filter?
I believe so, yes.
Because I think it got spun. I think that whole right to repair thing actually got like really spun out of control. So one of the iron golems got in the fence and killed the big ones. Uh-oh. Yeah, but like I don't know, because I don't think they're gonna like stop you from changing oil in your tractor. Because like I watch an awful lot of YouTube farmers, and they all like work on their own stuff. So, except for when it comes time to like software and whatnot. I think that was mostly what it was, but I could be wrong. I kind of feel like it's a little like the. Y'all remember the McDonald's coffee thing from back in the day? Where the lady spilled coffee on herself and she got burned. And she sued McDonald's. Automatic shipping of animal products. Okay, Sean, I'll have to look into it. I'll have to look into it, Sean. But that whole thing got spun way out of control. They actually hired like a whole marketing team basically to go after that lady. And it was a whole thing. So there's actually like documentaries about that whole like thing. It's kind of crazy. Interesting. They want to make it where you can't even open the hood of your car. Wow. I don't mind messing with the pallet, Sean. I just need an easy way to do it, you know? You can do basic maintenance, but not repair. Interesting. I don't know. I just, you know, the way I see it is if I buy something, it's mine. And, yeah, I don't know. I mean, hey, Tony just changed an airbag on his John Deere spreader. Tony did it, okay? He didn't have to have John Deere come do it. Just saying. Tony did that himself. Oh, boy. Any error codes was locked. Well, see, that's the software. So. Oh, the ice cream machines at McDonald's, yeah. True. Again, though, it involves McDonald's. It's kind of weird. I don't know. I just think that whole thing got blown out of proportion. But anyway, what do I know? I'm also not a representative of John Deere in any way, or affiliated with John Deere, so maybe they want to stop it so you can't do anything. I don't know. I mean, yeah. You know, like in a car, okay, your check engine light comes on, but how are you supposed to know what that actually means, right? Yeah, take it somewhere. Or buy a scanner, I guess, too. But I keep forgetting how this mod works, by the way. I gotta just not disable it. I gotta keep it active. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm not saying it's not ridiculous, but I don't know. I feel like a lot of the people with the whole like whatever you want to call it, right to repair. A lot of people, and I'm not saying you guys, not saying that. Just in the past, people I've heard of, they're always like, John Deere's making them so you can't even change an air filter. It's like that part's not true, you know. But again, I'm not saying y'all in chat right now. I'm just saying I've heard that argument in the past, and it's like, no. They're not doing that, but okay. Now, sure, as a company, why wouldn't you want it to make it where they have to have a technician come out? Because that's more money. Right? More like, you don't own the stuff you buy. Gotcha. John Deere's an easy scapegoat. Yeah, because they have money. Why do you think people happen to fall at Walmart? Come on. Why do you think there's so many commercials you see on TV that are like, have you been in an accident involving a semi-truck? Because trucking companies have money. So, yeah. Should have the ability to use third-party parts on your own equipment. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's getting to be a whole thing. Apple. Yeah, don't get me started on Apple. Not an Apple fan. They got away with it for a lot of years with charging wires. They still do, don't they? Or are they finally USB-C?
I think all the newer ones are.
Are they? Okay. Interesting. Scully, interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Right. You forced them to move to USB-C. Good. Good. Well, yeah, we could go with a whole political talk there, but let's not do that. I mean, at the end of the day, like, how many things have special, like, plugs? There's a lot, right? Just saying. Alien babies, that, I mean, that makes sense, but yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Everything does. Exactly. I mean, I can't go to Walmart and buy... Oh, God, what am I going to use as an example? Yeah, I don't know. I was going to try, but I failed. I don't know. But yeah, there's a lot of proprietary connectors out there, you know? Yeah. Special by design, they're engineered to rip you off. I mean, hey man, they're just making money. I mean, let's talk about Apple, right? Engineered to rip you off. Yeah. Apple's #1 guilty on that, aren't they? Still to this day. Oh, your phone just magically slows down when the new one comes out, you know? Yeah. He rebuilt supercars. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Harbor Freight. Can I tell the rest of the joke? The rest of the joke? Like the title? Why do I need to tell the rest of it? Isn't it? Because they know how to move and groove. Move. Like a cow mooing. You just wanted to hear me moo, didn't you? Dang it. Oh, man. I mean, at the end of the day, here's the biggest problem. Nothing's made to last anymore. Everything is junk. What is it? The planned obsolescence or whatever? Everything is garbage. And it doesn't matter the company anymore, it seems like. Everything is junk. Rubber bands don't last like they used to, okay? Nothing lasts like it used to. Everything is junk these days, and that's the biggest problem. Doesn't matter what it is. It's all junk. Everything. Anyway, that's my hot take for the day. You're welcome. Everything is junk. But
So is there still fuel in that tank over here?
should be. Hope so. Oh, you're on the phone and couldn't read it. I got you. Okay, you're good, bro. Oh. Honda makes stuff to last. Yeah, they can make some stuff, but in general, everything is junk these days. It just is. Nothing's built like it used to be built, you know? These tractors today by any manufacturer, we're not going to see them in 50 years out in the field pulling plows around or whatever still, you know? It's not going to happen. Unless they're barn finds, you know? But stuff is just not built like it used to be. There's actually a company, called the Cornstar, has a forklift from them right now. And their specialty is they make forklifts without all the technology on them. It's a forklift. You don't need a bunch of technology on a forklift. They dumb them down. They're like $10,000 cheaper than their competitors. Not a bad idea in my book. Just saying. But yeah. Darn tough socks, Instapot. That's about it, huh? But in general, y'all have to agree. Stuff's just not built like it used to be. It's just not. And that's a problem, obviously. Why do you need tech for a forklift? I don't know. Simple up, down. You would think so, right?
You need the technology because the drivers that operate most forklifts are not very intelligent.
Because they're dumb. Oh, man. Fire Shadow, you're right. People aren't built like they used to be. That's true. That's true. And speaking of people, Pops just got home. So I guess my 5 o'clock cutoff time is... It's going to happen today, boys. Pops is here.
We have a customer for a company I work for that has about 5, we'll say $500,000 machine, or not 5, 20 $500,000 machines that basically can drive by themselves on a wire. All you have to do is hit start and go.
Wow.
And they still turn them into bumper cars.
Wow. No, Scully, it's totally true. Yeah, why this day and age, like, why fix something? Just throw it away. Like, it's cheap enough, just buy a new one most of the time, you know? Oh, Sinclair. Sorry, but it is. You weren't here earlier, but basically what's happening today is I desperately need to cut the grass here at the house, over at Sisters, over at Casey's, and it's supposed to rain tomorrow. So the solution we came up with so that I could still stream most of the day was to end an hour early and then go mow tonight. So that's what we're doing. So, well, John, that's kind of a thing too, yeah. But there's just some things that, like, you know, still nice to have without all that tech. And I'm a techie guy too, and I'm here for the tech usually. But you know, if I was starting that lawnmower shop we've been kind of joking about, I think I would seriously look at a forklift that didn't have the tech in it. What kind of monster? I don't think that many of us personally, but I could be wrong. Should have told him maybe actually, Sean, that's not a bad idea. Well, digital signage. Interesting. So basically what I'm getting at, chat, and by the way, the monster that gets behind on cutting his grass, fuel hauler, sir. It hasn't stopped raining. We've gone like finally 3 days without rain. Okay, 3 days without rain, finally. And the yard's, my yard's probably fine. Casey's is probably fine. My sister's yard's probably still too wet, but we're gonna cut it anyway. I just hope I don't rut up her sod she had put in last year. She will not be happy with me. Just saying. But I have to cut it today, because if we don't cut it today, the next real shot would be Sunday to cut it, because it's supposed to rain tomorrow and Thursday. So, and then we got a thing Saturday, so it'd be Sunday would be our next shot. So it's getting cut today, one way or the other.
And it's supposed to rain possibly tomorrow. That's kind of looking like it.
Yeah. So if you have mowing to do, I would recommend you go do it tonight, Trent.
Oh, I can't. I've already mowed last week.
You're more. You don't have your mower right now anyway, do you?
Now on the positive side, I mowed last weekend.
Okay.
So I'm good till this weekend.
Yeah.
And then I start worrying.
And then, you know, I had to break out the water wing Sunday, but I did cut the grass at the farm. I'm hoping to cut it again tonight, because I left a ton of clippings around it. I hate leaving clippings.
Yes.
It bothers me. So
I blame my OCD-ness on the grass.
yeah, I guess that's really what it is for me too. Yeah.
Because of having to work with my grandfather's lawn care business.
Yep.
For so long.
Yeah.
It's that OCD-ness for me, at least for me.
I never thought about it, but yeah, they're probably
the lawn mowing business.
The OCD does show up when it comes to mowing grass. Now that I think about it, it's really starting to make sense. Yeah.
And because I do it to my uncle's front part of the yard too, is I got to make that stuff clean because it's right by the road.
The best part is literally nobody sees the grass at the farm, but I will spend hours out there mowing that grass.
Well, it's kind of like the same way at my where my uncle lives, or our second farm.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna see the back part.
Yeah.
Except for me, every single time I go there.
Yep.
And like last time I went, I weeded under both tillage tools and both tractors that were there. And now each time I go there, it's like, oh, I'm kind of glad I did that.
New Pope voting starts tomorrow. Sweet. We'll be on Smoke Watch. I can't wait.
They finally are starting to do that?
Yeah, they're finally starting tomorrow. So we gotta wait for the white smoke to tell us there's a new Pope.
Can't wait till Thursday where I don't have to apply fertilizer to beans.
Oh yeah?
Well, you know, on precision, we wouldn't have to.
Oh, I thought you meant real life. I was like, wait a minute, what?
No. Ironically enough, we've already planted our beans.
Yeah.
Well, not planted, we drilled them for the first time.
Controlled spill, yeah.
Yeah, control spill.
That's what it really is, basically.
Basically, a metered controlled spill.
Yep. Alright, Scoot, this will be my last pass, sir.
You're good.
I'll have to boogie because it is almost 5 o'clock. So.
Do you want me to save, like finish this field and save the rest, or you?
Yeah, you don't have to do any. Or if you want to finish the field, that'd be fine. You don't have to do any more.
Okay.
Save it for Thursday. Good old Thursday. We're playing this Thursday and Friday. Possibly Sean, by the way. I might be a little late Friday, but I don't think I will. But just, there is a chance. We're going to pre-registration for our event on Saturday. I should just tell y'all what it is. It'd be so much easier, but I'm not. So, yeah.
It feels weird not having to do 2 fields this year.
Yeah. So I'm trying to be vague on purpose, Jet. So we're going to a little bit of a thing on Friday, for the thing on Saturday. Don't think I'll be late, but there is a slight possibility. So hopefully I won't be late. You never know.
Say our P's are kind of looking like walkers already.
Oh yeah. Interesting.
That was our second thing we planted.
Oh wow.
Because the wheat that we planted last year was the first.
Oh yeah.
The peas for this year.
Gotcha.
Just feels weird not having to do 2 fields out of the 6.
Yep, I could see that. All right.
But
well, where do you want? What?
Oh, I was gonna say the positive side. We don't have to change out seed plates in the planter.
That's true.
Because it's all only gonna be corn.
That's true. Where do you want this wagon left scoot?
If you just want, you can leave it in the middle of one of those passes.
In the middle? And?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like in the middle of the field between.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll empty it and then I'll drive it out there. I'm at 40%. There's 40. All right. This cart looks good on this tractor.
Uh-huh.
I like it. The giant spout's a little interesting, but you know,
Yeah, it's that new spout on it.
it does work, so whatever, it's fine.
Kinda glad I found a modded, like a bigger version of it.
Oh yeah?
I don't know what was like 8,000 more, but
Nice.
just the older version. It doesn't have the extend
Oh, the big spout, yeah.
big spout and the long honker.
Gotcha. I do like the tandems, the offset, like walking tandems that don't walk.
Yeah, I was gonna say the non-walking.
The walking tandems that don't walk, yeah. Because like I said, back in the day, Zach's family had, I don't remember if it was a J&M or what it was, but with the wheel set up just like that.
It was a J&M.
Yeah, but they were one of, well, like back, their first grain cart they had was this. And then they decided that they hated it because in mud, the mud would pack in between the duals and like it was useless. So they decided they didn't like it anymore and upgraded to a single big tire on their cart, I believe is what they have now instead of them duals. So, all right, boys, I got to run. I'll talk to y'all later.
Alrighty, see ya.
Those of you watching over on YouTube, have a great rest of your day, and as always, toodles.